All I really need is Wi-Fi. Get money on DeFi. Mega cash on MetaMask. You better run when the runners run. Show you how to get your money up. Dollar inflated like bubble gum. Markets are jumping like double dutch. Buying up gold till I get a ton. Crypto, yeah, I got some. You better run when the runners run. You better run when the runners run.
All right, welcome in everyone. You are running with the runners. It's Michael Tharp, EDU. It starts with you. It is Tuesday, April 4th, 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the OG, the legend, the GOAT in the house tonight, Caujuan Money Mayo. We're going to show you guys how there's a better way, how to escape the rat race, how to make residual income, and help as many people as possible do the same. As always, let me get in here, my good brother, Ricardo Hamilton, a.k.a. Mims. Make it make sense. My man who got me out of the rat race. Ricardo, what's going down, my brother?
Man, you know, fired up and excited, man. You know, there's a lot of things to be concerned about, but there's also a lot of great things to be excited about. And we want to make sure that we put that positive frequency out there to let people know that where you are right now doesn't necessarily mean that's going to be where you are tomorrow. And if you do the right things, you could change your life forever. So it's going to be a great show tonight with some of the legends, one of the legends in the industry.
And I've been wanting to do a show about this for a while, of just why network marketing, because so many people have a negative connotation of it because of maybe something they heard, a bad experience they had in the past. But to me, it comes down to kind of the matrix, right? Or the plantation of corporate America has told people, if you try to get off this system, you know, it's a scam, it's a Ponzi scheme, it's a pyramid scheme, whatever, you know, the people just kind of parrot what they have heard. And, you know, if I had not started following Ricardo on YouTube and Ricardo was not putting out information, I would not be here today. And I could almost say the same thing about Caujuan that we're about to bring out, is like, he just has this presence, right? And when I first connected with him and found him online, I was like, whoa, I'll never be anywhere near this guy. I'll never get to meet him. I'll never get to see him, never get to talk to him. He's just so far above of where I'm at. And once I shifted my mindset and I realized, wait a second, why don't I just start learning from this brother? Why don't I just start, you know, picking up what he's putting down? And I decided to do that. And here we are, guys. I've gotten to hang out with Caujuan multiple times. He's a legend in this industry. You know, he has an amazing team. He gives great training. So right now, let's bring on the man, the myth, the legend, Caujuan Money Mayo in the house. What's going down, brother?
Hey, what's up, my brothers? Nice to see y'all again. You know, online.
Yes,
nice to see you when we offline. So hey, let's do it online. Let's do it.
That's what
Every time we see you, we're having a great time. So like, there's just like this thing where it's like we're having a great time. We're making money. We're going to events, and so this I can't believe we've never had you on before. But thank you so much for coming on.
Nah, it's my pleasure.
So yeah, you know, we got Caujuan's team shot out here, right? Team elite team in the house. So Caujuan, if maybe there's somehow people who haven't heard from you, can you just give us a little bit about yourself, you know, where you're from, where you're at right now, and then maybe we can get into your backstory a little bit.
All right, for sure. So I was born in New York, raised in San Diego, but currently live in Las Vegas. I moved out here about 9-10 years ago because I felt that this is where the action's at. You know, all events come out here. I don't have to worry about trying to find a place to book, stay, and I just knew it was going to be great for networking due to that fact, because people's always coming. It's a revolving door of people coming into town with money. They might not leave with money, but at least they come into town with money. You know what I mean? So I was like, this is the place to be, you know? And yeah, it's great. I'm glad I did it because it helped boost my brand as well, you know, even a step further.
And so did you specifically pick to live in Las Vegas because you knew that that city has so many network marketers and events coming in and out?
100%. Well, two reasons. That and the housing was just way more affordable than California and San Diego, you know.
Right.
San Diego's like one of the finest cities, so the price ain't the finest, you know. So the price is real crazy, ridiculous. And out here I can get way more bang for my buck. So I was like, you know what? It's going to kill two birds with one stone. Go out there, get a nice house, you know, and then at the same time, I get some great networking because I'm around the industry 24/7.
No, that's genius. And Ricardo, we might have to think about that. Get a house in Vegas.
Let's do it.
Moving to Kauan's neighborhood.
Oh,
So Kauan, I remember again, like, you know, kind of like seeing you online, and you know, you're making YouTubes, you have a huge channel, and like when I got started in this industry, obviously I was just some peon nobody knew about, and you know, I just started, you know, soaking in information from all different people I saw being successful, and the whole time I'm thinking, this guy is just, you know, he's too good. He thinks he's the greatest thing ever. He's going to be a jerk. And then when I finally get to meet you in person, you know, you're like the nicest guy, the most humble guy, willing to help anyone out. And it just totally like kind of caught me off guard. And then I remember that night you kind of like, I don't even remember how it happened, but you kind of told us about, you know, your backstory or how you came up and some of the struggles that you went through. So, and again, you know, as we were talking before, Ricardo has an amazing story. He's a little more private, but you know, how did you kind of get into this industry? What was your upbringing or your come up like, and the struggles that you went through to get to the success that you have now?
all right. So the reason why I come across a little rough around the edges for some is because originally I'm from the streets, you know. And the cool part is I was in the streets by default because I have a loving mother, was a single family home, though, you know, 9 siblings, and you know, we in this one home, but my mom always made it happen, never lived in the ghetto, always lived in a good area. But what happened was that I was originally born in New York. So when I was in New York, I was used to a different demographic. I was in like an urban setting, you know. It was like a lot more people that looked like me, you know. It was a lot more black people in the area, and I was in class, and I would be lucky to see a handful of other races, you know, but it'd be more black. Well, when I came to California, it was the opposite of that, and I didn't see people that looked like me no more. I'd be in the class and be the only black person, so it was a major culture shift for me. So when I got to San Diego, the area that was predominantly black was more of the ghetto area. You know, that's where that wasn't the nice area, but since that's where I kind of was more accustomed to enough, it made me go in those areas.
You were drawn to it.
Yeah, but drawn to it. Plus, like of a father, so I didn't have that father figure, and I'm looking at the street element, and this is more appealing to me. You know, so I ended up getting involved with the wrong crowd. You know, got involved at 14, started hanging with the Bloods. You know, and then from that point, you know, I started hustling really to help my siblings more so than anything, like my mother, because my mother was a single parent, and I was like, look, she's doing everything she can, but it's still like not quite enough, 100%. And I just didn't want my, you know, siblings to have to go without. So by me being the oldest, I took to the streets and started hustling. And you know, I felt that, you know, even when you're doing wrong, but sometimes we do wrong for the right reasons, it seemed like the universe give you a pass, you know, because I went years and years and years with no problems, and just really being able to take care of the family. I think once I got out on my own, see, the universe said, wait a minute, you ain't doing this with your mom no more. Now you're just cussing and doing this, and you're on the streets hustling, you know, maybe because it's, you know, it's easy and fast money. And that's when I got caught up. So I ended up doing some time. I ended up doing like 4 years in the penitentiary. But by me being the type of person I am, I always knew I was smarter than that. And I knew I wasn't meant to be in the prison, especially while I was there. Like, you know what? This ain't for me. When I come out, I'm never coming back. And everybody's like, yeah, we hear that all the time. You know, especially in California, parole is meant for you to be a revolving doors. It sets you up for failure. So like, you'll be back. I was like, all right, I'm telling you, I'm not. And not only did I not come back, when I went there, and this is how the universe works. The universe at the time I was there, and I picked up on a book, and it was by a female named Vicky Stringer, who went to prison for drugs, did 5 years, came out, started her own book publishing company, became a millionaire. So I was like, and she hustled her book through the hair salon. So I was like, you know what? I think I could write a book. I got a crazy story, you know, and I've been through a lot. I think I got a good imagination. I bet I could write a book. I could start my own company. So I started writing in prison. I mean, I was locked down had a lot of time. So I was just writing. And I wrote my first book that ended up being a 5-star book, still to this day on Amazon, you know, one of my best sellers. And that started everything. So when I first come home, I had a different vision. I was like, I'm gonna start a book publishing company, you know, and I did. The problem though was that around that same time, things were evolving and things are going digital now. People ain't reading like they used to. Everybody's on Facebook, so you know they consume. They don't have the time to read like that, like they did. Like in prison, everybody's reading. That's all you got time to do. On the streets, so much. So I was like, okay, so I made money, but it wasn't enough, and I discovered online marketing by accident. I was on the computer one day, and my parole officer said, well, look, we got this new program. So this is nothing. When I first came out, they said, we got a new program that when you come out, that if you do right for 6 months, you're off clean. I'm like, what? Say less. So I didn't do nothing. I'm like, I'm in the house. I'm playing the good boy. I'm not smoking no weed. I'm not doing anything that's going to put me in jeopardy. I'm not going out to no parties. Ain't nobody coming over. Everything clean, cool, calm, and collected. So I did just like I supposed to. Got off in 6 months. So once I got off, I'm a free man. I'm free. So when I was on, since I was stuck in the house, I was looking online and I saw that someone made $100,000 in a month. And I was like, what? Doing what? Legally?
I thought we had to break the law to do that.
Yeah, I thought I had to break the law to do that. Hold on, wait a minute. Somebody made $100,000 doing what? It was like network marketing. What's that? So I did my homework and that was it. I never looked back. Like I jumped in and of course, same story, didn't have a lot of success. And I'm struggling, I'm bumping my head. But I stayed the course, I stayed consistent, I didn't give up. I started with a lot of people that did give up. They're like, man, I can't do it. I done lost money. I seen the bigger picture. I saw people making 100,000. I saw people making $1 million. I saw people doing this in a month. And I was like, nah, if they can do it, I can do it. Because one thing about me is, and the reason why I've been so successful is I never tell myself I can't do something. So if I see something that someone else is doing, instantly I said, well, wait a minute. If he can do it, I can do it. We all got blood going through our veins. The only way that he can do it and I can't do it is if he got a big S on his chest and he can leap tall buildings and bound. Because I can't stop no bullets and none of that. So if you let you Superman, you're right. I can't fly. But if you human like me, what are you doing? I can't do. I just got to educate myself, learn. You know what I mean? Might go through some bumps, some bruise, but I can do the same thing just by doing what you did. So once I saw that, and some people weren't even like the boys me. Some people was an asshole, like you said, when you meet them. Some people did rub you the wrong way. Some people were just into Ponzi's and all that, and still yet they was able to be successful. So I was like, look, they can do it. I definitely can do it. And I took the same mentality I had in the streets, and then I just legalized it and put it into this. So with my branding, that's what the jewelry, everything. This is what I've been doing on the streets. I've been attracting customers. No, we're going to do that here, though, and attract legitimate people. We're going to do the same thing. You stand out from everybody else when you come into a crowd so that people, wait, who's that guy over there? What's he all about? You makes you want to talk, makes a conversation spark up. Then other people in there, they're going to co-sign for you. Oh, that's Caujuan Mayo. You don't know that? Nah, who's that? So you end up indirectly having other people advertise for you, which is always better because one thing to toot your own horn is a whole nother when other people are tooting it for you. So I'm just using all these different elements and using my knowledge from the streets into network marketing, and it paid off.
Write that down, kids. Okay. It's much better for someone else to toot your own horn than you, right? And we're going to drop lots of gems tonight. Ricardo, you don't have to go into your story, but can you maybe, as you were, going through your trials, your struggles, when was like that aha moment for you, with Caujuan of like, wait, I can take the lessons I learned, on the street or just living my life and apply them to this thing called network marketing where people are making $100,000 a month.
No, I mean, the main takeaway I got, and what worked for me as well, is like Caujuan said, is that you see these people eventually had a breakthrough. It wasn't I'm getting into network marketing and I automatically was a success overnight, $100,000 a month.
Nope.
No, everybody that has been successful in anything, they had to keep at it. This is why I say constantly, continuously, consistently. You win by not quitting. You know what I mean? Like you'll have your breakthrough. It might take, a year, it might take 5 years, it might take 10 years, but you will have your breakthrough if you keep applying and, learning and growing, in that craft. And like Caujuan said, this is an industry where, people can make incomes that you can't make at a job, where you can have a lifestyle that you can't have at a job, especially when that was the only option that we had coming out of school. It was getting a job. They didn't really teach us about business. They didn't really teach us about becoming an entrepreneur. They didn't really give us these skills to be able to, have a real life, so we had to figure it out on our own. And those who are living the lifestyle that you want to live, you need to take notes. And one of the major key points that everybody in this industry and other industries, they say is they kept at it. It's their breakthrough. That they didn't stop. They didn't quit, and that's why they're successful today. Because obviously if they did stop or quit, we wouldn't even know their name.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And so Ricardo dropped that dime there of like, what did you say, Ricardo? If you don't quit, you're winning, or as long as you don't quit, you're winning.
Exactly. Yeah. If that's the thing is you don't lose, it's like people say, oh, I lost money in my crypto. You ain't lose till you sell. You know, you don't lose till you give up. You know, it's like it's like that 3 foot from gold. You know what I mean? We talk about, you know, you don't realize how close you are to that blessing. You came to this industry for a reason. You've seen an opportunity for a reason. You've seen it as a way out. But that doesn't mean it's just going to be given to you. You know, but if you give up on your dreams or your goal or whatever you're trying to reach, you know, then of course then you've lost. But if you keep you know, pushing at it and you keep, you know, striving towards it, you ain't lost yet. You're still winning because you're still going on while others have quit the race.
I love that. And shout out to Rob Hill with the best comment tonight, right? This is a bright conversation. You got to put shades on, you know.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's always bright when you're a star. And if you guys have any questions you want to ask specifically to Caujuan, feel free to put them in the chat and we'll get them in, you know, later in the pod. So Caujuan, I told you, you know, when we were talking before of like, you know, I don't know if I ever reached out to you. I probably at the time when I started, I was like, this guy would never even like respond to my messages or anything. Just my thinking of a new person in this space. But you mentored me without even knowing you mentored me. You know, I didn't talk to you. We didn't have like phone conversations all the time, but I'm watching what you're doing and I'm learning from you. And you kind of mentioned me of like, yeah, I teach people to do that. So can you maybe touch on that? How even if you don't have a mentor that you meet with like once a day or once a week, how you can pick certain people in this industry out you see having success and have almost like, you know, just make them your mentor without them even knowing.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, the funny is I just actually did a live earlier about the same thing. Okay. And it's called play follow the leader. Just follow the leader. You did as a kid, so you're going to do the same thing as an adult. Okay. And why reinvent the wheel? Because if you don't play follow the leader and you're new to this industry, that means you're just going to be bumping your head, just trying to figure it out. You're going to figure, oh, don't do that. Oh, try that. Oh, don't just jump in people's inboxes. Oh, okay. That didn't work out for me. Like everything's going to be a trial and error. You're going to have to learn it. You know what I mean? Versus you see what somebody's already doing. Wow, Caujuan just put up a post that got like 100 comments. Wow, 50 people just said inbox info. Wow. Okay, I never had that many people saying, so what did he do? Let me see how he wrote that. Oh, I noticed one thing he didn't do. He didn't put a link like I did, you know, because Facebook doesn't show your stuff to people when you start putting links in your stuff. So, okay.
Can you please repeat that again, Caujuan?
Not put links in your posts. Okay, even saying put in the comment, you can kind of get away with that sometimes, but for the most part, don't put links at all. Just say, and plus, this is another reason why you don't want to do links, because you're going to get these people. And you never know that they even came. And look, they come over there to click on your links, and they just sit there and look at your stuff and go, "Oh, okay, yeah, that's that one thing. Oh, yeah, okay, cool." And you never know they were there. That doesn't help you. You know what helps you? Them saying info. Oh, that's engagement. Okay, you know what engagement does? It means they're going to see your other posts from Facebook. Also, what happens is sales is real psychological because people, you do it all the time. You're looking at something. Oh, they no likes, no comments, no shares, nothing. Move on. But you do the opposite. You come, wait a minute, why is everybody on this post? 300 comments, what? No, 1,000 likes, what's going on here? And then you get curious, you look, and then you see a bunch of people going like this, hey, info, fear of missing out. What am I missing? Hey, I want info too, me. So you want to create that on your wall. And the only way you're going to create that is making people say, hey, say info below if you want to know what I got going on. And then by them doing that, you know what I mean? And it's going to make them more people see it down the line, and that's going to help you ultimately. So that helps your engagement. It helps with it makes it look like you're more, you know, you're like, oh wow, look, people really resonate with this person. Remember, people do business with what? People they like, know, trust, and inspire to be like. So if you ain't conveying that, and that ain't what's coming across, then people are just going to shoot right past your post. You got to remember, you're competing with 2 billion people on Facebook. So when all these people, all this noise, all these cat pictures and this meme, and this person's debating about Trump going to jail and over there, with all this going on, oh, she did this, all that's distracting. So it's easy for them not to see your post. It's easy for them not to see. It's easy for them not to see, like, oh, you were selling something earlier? You see what I'm saying? So you want to always create that. So keep the links out. Okay. So, and yeah, you know, that's one of the main things. Now, the other thing, like we were saying about following the leader, is that you find somebody that's already successful, already where you want to be at, right? And I've done this too. Okay, this is how I started. When I first got started, and I said this earlier, so if he's on again, he's gonna laugh about it. We always laugh about it. But my good friend Michael Mansell, He was already having success before me. He actually helped me get to step up my game. He taught me how to rank on YouTube. So believe it or not, so he's the one that taught me how to do that. But before that, even before that, so let's fast forward, let's rewind. When I wasn't quite where I need to be yet, but I'm seeing we was all in this one company. Yo, he wasn't in it yet, but me and a few other top marketers in the game was in this company. They was all having success. I was having mediocre success, made like $1,000, $12. I didn't have no real success yet, but somebody made, I think it was 60, it was either 30 or 60,000 in like a couple of weeks. It was Mac Mills, you know, like I said, that's who I looked up to when I was coming up. So I was like, damn, he made 32,000. Damn, man, I know if I had that to show a social proof, because I seen him say it, point to it, which y'all see me do too. That's where I got that from. And there was a ton of comments below. Everybody talk about info. So I was like, dang, okay, I need this post. But at the same time, I'm not gonna lie. I can't say it's mine. So let me teach y'all something. Remember, it's all in the wording, okay? Because perception is reality when it comes to people. So what I said is I took the post and I said, man, look what kind of money is being generated here. I told y'all that this was the real deal. Y'all better get in before you miss out. What people probably heard, perception is reality. Hey, man, look how much money I just made in this company. I told y'all it was the real deal. Y'all better get in before you miss out. I never said that. So when Michael man said, okay, man, hey, Caujuan, give me a link. Cool, gave it to him. Okay, so afterwards, he signed up. Yes, Caujuan, so you already made, either it was 30 or 60, one of those. Hey, you already made 60,000? I said, nah. He said, yeah, you posted it the other day. You posted it before I got in. I said, no, I did. I said, my check was that. Look at the type of money. He said, oh, man, we joke about it. You know what I mean? Guys, look at that. I would have never got that sale, and everything's kind of started taking off from there, because it was funny, because at that event, when I went there, I had never kind of been to an event like that since, I don't think, where it was just so many marketers that you respect in the game, and they was treating them like celebrities, and people had cameras. It was just really like lights, cameras, action. I was like, you know what? This is gonna be me one day. And I made a conscious decision. I came home, even the 3 people I was with there, I met Mac there, and there was another brother there. And I told him, I said, when I go home, I'm switching everything up. And that's when I started branding myself, and that's when I just changed everything up. And I never looked back, and everything just started scaling up from there. And you hit it on the nose, man. It's just about being consistent. You got consistent doing the same thing. You can't steal one post from me. You can't just take one thing from Mike and say, okay, I got that from Mike Tharp. Yes, they didn't work out, so I guess I just suck and there's nothing else. Do nothing else. Nah, you got to keep at it every day. Even if you're not making it, you got to still show up. When you're bored at events, you know what I mean? It's cold in there. You're tired looking at PowerPoints. But you know why you're really there? Because you're making connections. Someone sees you. Oh, that's that person I saw on Facebook. Oh, man, you over here too? Oh, wow, you came to this event. What's up? And before you know it, it's like family. Once it becomes like family, it's not selling anymore. The same way you don't sell to your mother, you don't sell to your friends. You tell them about things. Hey, man, did you check this out? Hey, man, you seen this new iPhone? Man, this thing's the best. That's what you're doing. So you're going to be able to say, man, matter of fact, good example. I posted up something earlier. Mike jumped straight. Man, why you didn't tell me about this? I ain't hear this. You see what I'm saying? But before we knew each other, you wouldn't have paid it no mind, no matter what I put on that wall. It don't matter if it was something that resonates with him. I don't know that dude. So you see what I mean? So you want to make these connections, build relationships, so that when it is time to start selling things, then it just sells itself. You don't have to sit there and hard sell nobody. Then and you really make connections, you just get on the phone and call. Hey, Mike, I just called you, had to check this out. We ain't playing. We're gonna run this up. It's that serious. I'm gonna send you a link. We'll talk about it later. I got people on my team that I have that type of conversation with.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's what you're trying to get to.
Yeah, and I love what you said there, right? Like, you need to have the reputation, the background, and the consistency to know that when you pick up the phone and call somebody like, Caujuan, Mayo's calling me, I'm gonna pick up right now. Yo, Caujuan, what's going down, brother? And you're like, Mike, I'm about to run it up. And I'm like, yeah, I'm in, because I know what you do and I know what you've done. And I'm going to come back and circle around to you here, Caujuan, about branding really quick. But Ricardo,
I'll just
along with what Caujuan said, can you kind of speak to the consistency? Because I just saw Trig said it's hard to stay consistent. And I'll tell you what sold me on Ricardo Hamilton and why I said I have got to meet this brother. I just have this feeling like if we ever meet, like, we're going to change the world. He would be in his car talking about gold, silver, the dollar, inflation every single night. And he was saying everything I thought. I'm like, this is like my best friend I've never met. Because everything he's saying, I'm like, oh my gosh, I think the same. So Ricardo, can you maybe go into that of when you were doing things like that? You know, you were probably making a little bit of money, but not a ton. You weren't living the crazy life you're living now. What is it like doing that? And how did you keep going and doing those consistent things, even when you're not making the big money?
Yeah, I mean, it's it's like when you're doing something, if you're doing it from passion or from your heart, or if it's really in you, I mean, if it's not in you and you're not excited about it, if you're not really feeling it, if you don't really see it as a way out, yeah, you'll get burnt out. It's hard to stay consistent because you're forcing it. You don't want to force this. It's like, it's a career. It's real business. And when it comes down to be, consistent, constantly, continuously, consistently doing something, in that process, people are watching you. So people are watching you and they're saying, oh, wow, a year later, you still doing this? You ain't drop out like all my other friends who told me about this networking thing and now they stopped and they working a job. The following year, oh, you still pushing or, talking about the economy, you still talking about gold and silver. And then you have, people's financial situations changing, the global economy changing, and you knowing that you are in the perfect position for when the wind blows, people are going to realize what you've been saying and that you have the resources and the connections and the assets that they need. They might not have realized it at that time. So that's why, it's just important to know that you're in the right position, and that eventually people are going to continue to see you. And there are people who are watching and people who have hit me up years later. They say, man, I've been watching you for about 3-4 years. I'm ready. I've been watching you 3-4 years. You know what? I decided today I'm ready. Sign me up. Let me know what I got to do. I've watched you grow. I've seen you come up and you doing it. And I want to be a part of that. You know what I mean? So it just goes in line with the triple C's, just constantly, continuously, consistently do it. And eventually you'll have success. Eventually you'll have success. And then also for me in the process, I realized because we were dealing with assets, there was no way I lost. There was no way I lost. I kept spreading the message, but I also kept getting the asset and building up my portfolio. So, that was a no-brainer to me. And, obviously, like I said, well, what's going on with the global economy and people's financial situations changing? No doesn't mean not never. It just means not right now. So you need to be that solid person where they know that, okay, when that time comes, they're going to ask you, are you still doing that? Are you still in that space? And if you be like, nah, you just lost, what could have been, that pivotal moment, in your business to help you go to the next level and meet other people, you know what I mean? Because you never know, it's that 5 fingers of separation, you know what I mean? That one person might know this other person who knows this other person. Next thing you know, you're looking like Caujuan Mayo,
Hey, that's how it happens. It's crazy.
For real.
And what's so crazy about it is the fact that it'll happen like this. So, and then to everybody else to be like, oh man, look, he just blew up overnight. They forget about all that struggle time when it wasn't working, you and people wasn't buying what you was picking up what you was putting down. It wasn't happening then, but all of a sudden it will just turn, and it's crazy because when it happens, it just takes off. Like when you guys took off in the other company, it just, you know what I mean? And it's like, then you'd be like, damn, well, wow. And then you even see you above people like myself and stuff. You know what I mean? You're like, damn, okay, maybe, I can do this. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it takes. It takes you seeing that happen. I started seeing that happen with the people I was looking up to. I didn't surpass now. They didn't keep up. They didn't stay fresh. They didn't have the same passion as I had. Like I'm like that new artist that just got his record deal. So I still got all the passion. I'm still, showing up to the booth early and, and leave first one to show up and the last one to leave. They're like, I'm over this. I do my show and just get up out of here now. I ain't there yet. So with my marketing, by me being that way, it just made me surpass them so like light years above them, and some people still getting it, I respect. But at the end of the day, man, it's definitely about consistency. Nothing else matters. It don't matter if you brand yourself. It don't matter if you build your network or email list, getting out to people on Facebook. You have to be consistent with it.
So and one thing
there was some
is just really quickly is that it's important that you are that point of reference for people. That's critical. And so that's like how Mike said, he was able to reach out to Caujuan and realize that he wasn't a, asshole, or wasn't a jerk. You know what I mean? It's when people know that, they can reach out to you, you're accessible, that you take your time, that you really care, you try to provide the resources. That's what helps you grow, and that is also, how, it becomes duplicatable. You know what I mean? Helping people, putting people in that position. and being that key point where people know that they can rely on you to help them in this space, because that's what people are really looking for. It's not just about joining a company in a link. They want to know that they got somebody who's at least putting out content that's helping people, that's, that they can reference and provide some resources to and things of that nature. And those are one of the critical things I noticed as well that's help, make me become successful, is just being accessible and putting out, more information to help people win and help them win and help everybody win at the same time.
So to summarize, because this is fire, go ahead and clip that. I'm going to drop the Don DeMarco for both of those answers. Absolute fire. You got to be the rock. Okay. People are looking for stability. They're looking for consistency. Right. Yep. And Ricardo mentioned that. And then Caujuan said, it's going to be hard work. Even when you're making $100,000 a month, you got to get there early and you got to leave late. Okay. How do you think Michael Jordan got to where he wanted to be? Michael Jordan in the early 90s could have been, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to party, get with girls, and show up late and leave early in every practice. He still probably would have won a couple championships. But he said, I want to be the greatest ever. I'm going to outwork the rookie, right? And you have to have that mindset of no one's going to outwork me. I'm going to continue to bring my best no matter what. And I think, Caujuan, what you do better than almost anyone I've seen in this industry is brand yourself. So maybe, and I try to tell people this, but I don't think they believe me because I don't have, your clout or where you're at with branding yourself. But that's one of the first things I tell people is you have to brand yourself as a positive person, as a person who is focused on mindset and wealth or health or whatever it is. So maybe talk about a new person starting, how important it is, maybe some tips they can do. And then if you want, maybe talk about the new launch you just did with the apparel stuff, because to me, that's a game changer.
Okay, definitely. So one of the things that I recommend you do, because I know a lot of people do when they first come in, is they brand themselves to the company. And that's the biggest mistake you can make. What I mean by that is the company got all kinds of stuff. They got banners, they got logos, and then you end up putting that as your banner. You put your XYZ company ambassador.
Right.
It's just all about that company, all on your timeline, all on your branding, all on your about me. And the bad part about that is what happens when that company goes down? All that content goes down. All that content's irrelevant. You're starting back from scratch. You're starting back from the bottom, working your way back to the top. That's a good sound effect. But I've
been waiting to use that one for a while. You finally got it, Caujuan.
There you go. That was perfect, right on point. But that's exactly what you're gonna feel like. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, you want to brand yourself, because when you brand yourself, watch this. We know if you ask a kid right now, right? Most kids between the age of 6 and 10 or something like that. You know what I mean? And you say, hey, you want something to eat right now? You want to go out? Want to get a burger? Where's probably 90% of kids going to ask you to take them to?
McDonald's.
Well, that's the first thing he said. He could have said all types of other burger places. There's tons of good burgers. In or out, there's Steak and Shake. I mean, shit, Jack in the Box. But he said McDonald's. You know why? They did a great job of branding. And it's not a kid in the world that don't know them golden arches and what they got coming when they go to them golden arches, Happy Meals and playgrounds and all that. They did a great job of branding. They made sure that golden arches was stayed in your face. So when you do that with your branding, when you put the bat symbol up, and that's all people ever see, what happens is it starts to become ingrained in their brain unconsciously. You know what I mean? So now they see you when they shouldn't even be seeing you. You know what I mean? They're thinking about you when they probably shouldn't even be thinking about you. And then when they finally do see you, it triggers something in their brain, like something familiar about you, Really ain't nothing familiar about you. It's the fact they keep seeing your damn logo every place. You know what I mean? But it's
stupid.
I hit the wrong button on that one. That was supposed to be a ha-ha.
It still is funny though. But yeah, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, so if you sit there and brand yourself and you have this thing in their brain, then it just shows professionalism. They see it like, wow, from head to toe. And you ain't got to go to this extreme. You know what I mean? But you got to at least have a hat on, right? You got to at least have a shirt on when you're doing your lives that represents you and what you got going on. Your brand, your tagline, your face, your logo, your name, your company, something. You see, they got the runners every time they're running. You know, they got a nice intro. That's what we're talking about. You got to brand yourself, and it looks professional. Like, whoa, that looks like a movie was coming on. Okay, so now you're taking it a little bit more serious. Yeah, I might take out that wallet now because you look like something. But think about the person that's just winging it, throwing stuff out there. Got links for days. They got nothing else to offer. Who want to join with that person? You know, or they see being negative on your post. You know, you're always debating with people, and you're always talking about, you know, religion and politics and all the stuff you shouldn't talk about because it'll cause debates and division. Who wants to join this person? They say, "Damn, this is what I'm gonna be dealing with." Man, look, he getting into it with all these people all the time, and you know, and even when I do it, I'm gonna tell you guys something. Y'all see me do it from time to time, and every now and then it might be a real, because you know I get passionate, but most of the time it's strategic. It's all engagement.
I can see that. I learned that from you for sure.
You know what I mean? If you see 300 comments, 400, they think they argue with me. You argue with yourself. You know, every time you put up this post, Facebook is gonna reward me for it. So good looking. Go ahead, put what you feel with. But at the end of the day, you really don't want to be doing too much debating, and that's a tactic that you want to really say for people that's a little bit more up there already, got a little influence, because they like, even when they piss people off, people might still follow them, or people like, you know what, I know this ain't you every day, Caujuan. We just gonna agree to disagree. But this is the first time they meeting you and you're in debates. They're like, they don't even know you. They're like, I'm blocked. I'm not dealing with this person no more.
Right.
You know. Or so you want to build, you want to be building your network, because that's another cliche. Your network is your network, but it really is. Your network's way more powerful than, oh, that shake was great. Oh man, did you see this? We got liabilities and assets. And oh man, did you get some silver? Oh man, it's over here, man. They got the best comp plan. All that don't matter if ain't nobody buying nothing. Don't matter. Nobody's buying nothing from you. So you just got the good stuff. So what I wanted to do is, when I said, look, okay, everybody was like, come on, Brandon, we get your stuff when we get stuff from, because I always wanted to make sure that I stuck out from everybody else. I didn't want just a vinyl shirt, you know, I didn't want my logo just sitting right here, but I'm tall, so all this ain't got nothing, or it ain't got, or if I do the back, you're gonna charge me extra. And I was just like, you know what?
Yes.
You know, I got real factories, you know, I got real high-end stuff, you know, shoes, clothes, hat, gloves, female apparel, even the females. My wife had to pay my attention one day. She said, I want to wear your shirt. I was like, yeah, just wear that one. You know, I want to wear your shirt. Look how it's cut. And I thought about it. I said, dang, you're right. She's a female. She got a nice breast. Look at my neck. You think they want to thing tight up on their neck? You know what I mean?
Right.
Nice shape. You don't think they want to curve in on their shapes? I said, you know what? You're right. That's when we got something for females, you know? So knowing all this, I said, you know what? I'm going to give the people what they want. And then we started a Brand Yourself company, and even got the perfect domain. That's when I knew it was meant, brandyourselfshop.com. And I said, wow. Oh yeah, this is meant, you know. So we named it Brand Yourself Shop, and now you can brand yourself. You can go up in there, you can get clothes like I got on, you can do it yourself, put up your logo. If you ain't the best designer, you can let us do it for you for extra cost. We'll knock it out, send you some proofs, you like it, boom, done. And then we even gonna take it a step further, you know, down the line, and we're gonna make it so other people can do this if they want to. We're gonna give you wholesale rates, you know, monthly fee, boom. Now you got the wholesale rates. We'll build your own website. They go to your site now, order, you know, and then all you're doing is fulfilling it at our site. You know, but
I want to make sure, is it brandyourself.com?
Brandyourselfshop.com.
Shop.com. Okay. I wanted to pull this up and I couldn't find it. You didn't put any links on your Facebook, so it was hard to find it. Which means I'd have to seek you out and be like, Caujuan, okay, what was that thing again I saw you talking about?
Yeah, that's bad marketing. He should have been able to find it right away. He should have been able to go to my page. It should have been right there at the top.
All right, we got it here. Hold on. I got to bring this up because when I called Caujuan the other day, we talked about this, because this is something like we kind of have our own shops, but we've been struggling with that because all you can do is very simple, like t-shirts, you know, and to get like a certain logo. And like you said, like to try to get stuff on the sleeves or in the back or anything cool or out of the ordinary is very difficult. So then your number one print on demand service. And again, this is brandyourselfshop.com. Caujuan just released this, you know, a week or two ago. And I called him and talked to him. I was like, dude, this is sweet. So, you know, we're probably going to end up getting some runner shoes, maybe some shirts with this. And like he said, down the line, they're going to have it to where it's correct me if I'm wrong, Caujuan, but it's kind of like our own specialized Shopify store we could do with something like this. Is that accurate?
Yeah, you can do one of two things. You can have your own brand. Like you say, look, I just want them to buy my stuff. So I'm going to create clothes that I want people to buy. Or you can just do the same thing we did and say, look, I'm going to have my own version now where people can buy from me and you'll just have your prices. So you just mark it up. We'll give you wholesale prices, and then you'll just mark those prices up. So you might be getting a shirt for $14. You're gonna sell to the field for 25. You know, maybe $30. You know what I mean? And they're still getting a good deal because, you know, like I know when you use them other services, they cost about that much, and that's just like for the front. You try to put it on the back,
right?
And then it goes up. You're like, dang, you're going to charge me for the back too, and it's still only taking up, like you said, like right here. You ain't getting sleeves, you ain't doing all this extra. I mean, ours get down to the collar. Like if you want this collar to be a different color, you want this to be red, you can do that. So all you would do is upload and say, look, give us a detailed description, man. You see how her sleeve is black right there? One sleeve could have been black, one could have been red. Like that's the level of design we're talking about here. And you know what? I know a lot of people wouldn't see the full vision until customers start coming in. So that's why I've been posting, like as the customers come in, like, look, check out these shoes. Like right now I got a new one about to do. A fan did some Usher shoes. So she's going to the Usher concert for her birthday, and she got his face on the side and it say Usher Las Vegas. It came out sweet. So, you know, when people see that, they be like, oh, wow, you mean I can design the whole thing? Like somebody sent me a logo, like it was like this. I said, what you want to do? You just want this one little thing on a white shoe? You know, you can do the whole shoe, right? And it was like, really? Yeah, like the whole shoe.
Yeah. No, that's fire.
No, I love that, man. I've been looking for something like this for so long. I mean, like when we went out to Salt Lake City for the Xnode conference, I was trying to just get like anything other than a normal t-shirt made. No one could do it. It was too expensive. It would take like 3 months or some crazy stuff. But guys, again, branding yourself is so important. And I just want to hit again on what Caujuan said is, and again, I made this mistake when I started, so I'm not claiming I'm some guru, but you have to brand yourself, period. If you try to push or brand yourself with the company, you are limiting yourself. You're putting yourself in a box. It's not going to be good long-term. So mad knowledge.
Else too. This is important. I just want to say this too. And sometimes you're a lot more loyal to that company than that company is to you. That same company that you're doing all that branding and you know you're going to bat for, you ready to fight others like you, the Crips and the Bloods over this company, and then guess what? They end up firing you because you know you was promoting another company. You know, you're like, wait a minute, I've been with y'all for like 3 years, 4 years. You gonna get rid of me like that? Yeah, we get rid of you.
What have you done for me lately?
See, we ain't taking a lot of success leave clues. I was in a company where I was making $10,000 a month, and I went to this man's house. You know, this man, like his wife came back and found out who my painter was that painted my mural. That painter painted him a painting right now. He got a paint for his birthday that my painter commissioned it and she got that plug from my wife. And you know how they paid me one day? Because they saw me doing a competing company in their eyes, and they just shut me down. Boom, no conversation, no call, no follow. Matter of fact, I got an email, no text. It was just texting me when you wanted that painting. You was texting me when I was making that good money for you. You know, you was texting me, you know, when you was talking about double dating and going out. No, but then when it came time to fire me, you know, I couldn't get a respectable call first. I would feel like, let's say, you know, Ricardo and them, they was doing something I didn't like, they in my company. But look, I deal with them. So if they doing something, I'm gonna call them first. Oh, bro, what's up with the this and that? And then if that don't sit right with me, then maybe then we it'll go to another level. But you don't just shut somebody down.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I was just like, wow, that's how we doing it. And I even reached out, like I said, that's how we doing it. Like you and still nothing. So these companies that you being loyal to could just pull the rug from you at any time, or things they sell it. They got a different vision. Comp plans change. I mean, it's just so many different factors. And you're sitting here being this little, you know, oh, good little boy. Yep, I'm gonna come back for you. I'm gonna go to work. You know, I'm never gonna promote anything else either. Yeah, boss. Hey, never. You know what I mean? That's why I can never be with that company that run with Bazooka. You never find me over there because you ain't gonna be able to handle a marketer like me. The first day, like, oh hell, what this guy say on Facebook? What do you do? Oh no. Scratch that. What this video say on YouTube? Oh, get that up out of here. And I'm just like, so you supposed to be a secret agent selling? Don't make sense. You know, I don't work for 007. It don't work for network marketing. You gotta know what you're doing. You know what I mean? Anybody gonna knock on my door? You got supplements, you got supplies, you got get down. It don't work like that. You know what I mean? So I'm just sitting there like, yeah, you know, I can never work with this type of people. So the moment that they even put those type of stipulations, I mean, Caujuan, you know, we can't have you doing, okay, well, respectfully, you can't have me as a affiliate for your company. And I've done this to company. They took the approach like, are you serious? Man, this is a true story. I was making over $20,000 in the company. company came, called itself, smacking me on the hand. Hey, Caujuan, you can't do that. I just can't have you doing that. I said, well, I respectfully, I just can't have you tell me what I ain't gonna do. I didn't start to become a boss to have someone telling me what to do and not feel like a boss. So respectfully, if this is a real conflict, I'll walk away from this $20K a month, you know, so we don't have to have, and we're gonna do our thing. See, this is also why I don't let no company fight. They got that much power over me. I don't care how much I make with that company. You got to let them see that you can do this other places. See, that's why I don't believe in just putting all your eggs in one basket, because then it gives them a sense of security, more power over you. But when they see you can do this other places, when they see you make money over here too, then it's like 1 month you don't stop no show. You get rid of me, so what? I double up over here. You get rid of me, so what? I join something new and replace that. Or you change a comp plan or something, I show you where I'm capable of. Boom. Remember, I was making 5 more extra. Well, I'm now making that over here. You know what I mean? So that way they know I ain't the one. Do that with somebody else. But I ain't gonna be no kiss ass. I'm not gonna kiss your butt. I'm not gonna, yeah, boss. Yeah, slavery been over with. That's over with. So you ain't gonna be sitting there whipping the quick. Bam, get to work, boy. We need more value. We need more TV.
We ain't gonna. We ain't gonna.
Oh man. I mean, guys, drop money in the comments right now. If you are watching this, you are literally listening to a legend dropping mad knowledge. You should be writing this all down. You should watch this live over and over and over again if you want to have success in this field. All right. Now, one thing I think we've missed today.
Let me add on that before you go to the next thing, Mike.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So one of the other things about, to add on what Caujuan's saying is that when you're putting out content, if you promote only one company and like Caujuan say something happened, that content no good anymore. I got a lot of content where I was talking about the economy and it's representing and documenting what was going on at that moment in time. And then, years later, show back up on your Facebook feed, like, oh, you said this. It was a fire video. It was on point, but it's talking about some company that ain't around no more or that did you wrong or something. And the content is no good. You know what I mean? Right. So think about that while you're posting, not just posting links, but, just also, brand yourself, like he's saying. That's your content. That's your information. Have people reach out to you and figure out what, how they can, be a part of or take advantage of what it is you're doing. And then the other thing is that in this space, you got to know your value and you got to have faith in your ability. You see what I'm saying? If I'm making $20,000 a month here, I can go do this anywhere because I'm a marketer. People follow me. I have value. Your network, your net worth. I create a passive income by creating a passive impact in people's lives. My ability to continue to create a passive impact is not subject or limited to your company. You know what I mean? So that was some great points that Caujuan put down that people really need to understand why they're in this journey of trying to become more successful in network marketing and business in general. So let's take one step back because I want to get both of your comments on this. Okay. I come from a very, very different background. I had a traditional supportive family growing up. I went to college, got my master's degree. I bought into the 40-40 plan, right? I did what I was supposed to do. I got good grades, went to college, got my master's degree. I was a teacher, right? I had wife, 2 kids, perfect house. All right. I had no freedom. Every second of my day was work. I was DJing on the side to try to make more money to live a better life. I was coaching basketball and soccer to try to make more money. And then I was teaching and then taking care of kids. And at 38, I was like, I can't do this anymore. I have got to find a way out. And it's kind of like Caujuan said, it was like, wait, you're telling me I can make $10,000 a week? And I'm just buying gold and silver? Okay. All right. Well, what do I got to do here? Oh, I just have to tell people about it? Well, what if people tell me no? Is it going to happen in 2 weeks? A month? Oh, you mean I have to do this for a year? And I said, okay, cool. I'll do that. And so again, guys, this is about why network marketing is better than being in the rat race. All right. Than doing you work 40 hours a week for 40 years to retire on 40% of what you made. That is the pyramid scheme. That is the Ponzi scheme
most people are stuck in now. And, you know, now when Caujuan calls somebody and says, hey, I got this idea, they're like, yeah, Caujuan's doing this, I'm good. You got to work your way to get to where Caujuan's at and Ricardo Hamilton's at. But when you're new and you have your job and you say, hey, I just joined this new business. Maybe you want to save money. Maybe you want to get gold and silver or crypto. People are going to be like, sounds like a pyramid scheme. Sounds like a Ponzi. Because they've been conditioned. They've been brainwashed to stay on the plantation and stay in the system and keep running around the rat race. So Ricardo, I want to start with you because I know we've talked about this a bunch, but just inspire that person out there. They've never done network marketing. They're like, I don't even know what this is. I probably can't do it. It's a Ponzi. It's a pyramid. Like, what would you tell those people to try to realize this is the number one way to change their life right now in this economy, in this space, in this world?
Yeah, I mean, you got to give yourself options, you know what I mean? And you don't want to limit yourself. And in this space, this industry is one of the easiest ways for you to do that. And, you know, we talk about Robert Kiyosaki and the cash flow quadrant. You know, there's a process from transitioning from an employee to a self-employed person to a business owner and investing. And a lot of it, you know, it comes down to mindset. That's why in this industry, they focus on mindset, you know, and when I got started, it started with books like Think and Grow Rich, you know, Napoleon Hill.
Drop some more. Keep going.
Obviously we talking about, you know, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. You know, there's certain books that you will read that you didn't read in high school, you know, that you weren't even aware of, that just opened up the realm of possibility that you never had in the first place. And then now that you have this awakening of what's possible and what you can do and what you can make, you need a vehicle. And this space, network marketing, affiliate marketing, direct sales, you know, this space is one of the easiest spaces for somebody to get started, to learn, to get the business skills, to do the networking, to figure out, you know, how to brand yourself. And especially when you have so many successful people in this space, in this industry, that you can follow and pick up some jewels, pick up some tips, you know, pick up some ideas from, you know what I mean? So this is the whole thing about, you know, this space and industry and what you have available to you. You know, it's awesome.
Yeah. And then let me add to that too. So another thing is set goals and realistic expectations for yourself. A lot of times we set some unrealistic expectations and we only do it in network marketing. And I'm about to prove it to you. So you join network marketing, right? And then when you join, you expect to blow up in like 3 months, because that's the average when people quit. Oh man, I'm out of here. I wasn't successful. I didn't become Caujuan in 3 months. But look at this. You don't do that with nothing else in life. If right now you said, Caujuan, I just joined karate. I'm like, oh, hey, cool. You would not expect to be a black belt in 3 months. You would actually kick butt and do chop and do everything you need to do. It might take you years to reach your highest, you know, accomplishment, and you do that with a smile. If right now you want to be a hairstylist, you want to be a barber, you go to barber school right now. You know you ain't doing nothing for at least 6 months to a year, and you're gonna be doing free haircuts. You're gonna be a slave. You're gonna be working for free haircuts and tips, and you're gonna do it with a smile. Yeah, boy, you want that hair, you want that fade? No problem, because you know when you get out, you're gonna get a job, and you're gonna elevate, and you're gonna work your way up that ladder. You don't have a problem with starting in the mailroom, knowing that you ain't gonna be a CEO in 3 months, but you're gonna work your way up through that mailroom, right? And eventually get up there because you got goals for yourself, you got ambition. You know, when you start, I mean, we can go on and on and on and on. Every other field, you give it the time. You went to college for 4 years with no guarantee of getting the job you got out, but just a piece of paper, because guess what? You weren't the only smart one in the class. So when you was fighting for that position, how many heart surgeries are going to have in one hospital? So everybody in their doctor is doing heart surgery in that neighborhood now. That's why you end up having to move somewhere else or live 2 hours away and all that type of stuff, commute. You know what I mean? Because there ain't no guarantee. You just guaranteed to know. You got the knowledge, but tell me you're going to get a job. How many times people went to school didn't even go in that profession that they went in? They spent all that money. But now here it is, come network marketing. Oh, we ask you about $40 a month, $100 a month, you know, something real light. $100. If you was paying $100 a month for opportunity, ain't nothing but $1,200 a year. You can't even go to school for a semester for that. But here it is that you expect to get into network marketing and be successful in 3 months. This is more realistic. You know what? I'm new. I don't know nothing. But I know that I see people get money. I see Ricardo get money. I see Mike get money. I see Caujuan get money. I see multiple people get money. But I'm new. I don't know nothing. But I'm going to grind. I'm going to learn. I'm going to watch what he's doing. I'm going to take bits of this. I'm going to try some things myself. I'm going to get in because I got to be in to win it. So I'm going to still get in. And I'm just going to keep doing these little things till I finally have success, because success leaves clues. And you do this for 3, 6, A year. In a year's time, if it took you a year, a full year, right? You had nothing. Nothing came in, but you stuck with it. Could be honest with yourself. Like, you ain't sticking nothing for no year. This is the one time I'm sticking with it for the full year. So you stuck with it for the full year this time. Now you got sharp. You know how to post now. I've been watching Caujuan post for a full year, 365 days. I watch Caujuan post. I know it's down to a T. I know to put the emojis. I know to put the dots so it looks better to the eye when you're reading it, and they don't see this big old long paragraph that no one's ever going to finish. I wonder why people finish my paragraph. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So you start looking at these little things. You pick up these little tips, these little tricks, and all of a sudden you become a beast because you're going through repetitions. You become good. Why you good at karate? Repetition over and over. Why a breakdancer good? Because spin on their head. Repetition. Tried it over and over again until eventually, I can spin on my head with ease, right? Repetition. So you got to repetitionally continue to educate yourself with marketing so that it just becomes second nature. You just spit this stuff out. You see, I can talk and talk and talk and talk and talk, and I'm never going to be lost. I'm never going to be stumped. No one can ever say something that keeps me like, oh. And the more that you're like that, people respect that. They say, damn, I mean, well, you know, you got an answer for everything, you know, and it's making sense. And like I'm speaking with intelligence, but I'm making it make sense to them. Like, wait a minute, why are you putting those unrealistic expectations on yourself? You didn't do that with nothing else you did in life. So dude, put the same thing. Because at worst, you be out a couple hundred. What's that? If now you got the knowledge to be a beast, and now with this was the guarantee. What if somebody said, if you do this consistently and apply yourself, get a mentor, then with about a year's time, for sure you should be making about 10K a month or more online.
I love what you. I mean, bro, hold on. That was absolute fire. Guys, this is unbelievable. Just dropping some gems here. And I love what you said there, Caujuan, is if you do it for a year and you don't quit, you won. I did that. Okay. I did this for a year. I was making like maybe $100 a month, you know, but I improved. I got educated. My network grew. I got a lot better skills. I made a lot of videos. Most people just don't have that drive to continue. And it comes down to mindset. As I learned to love failure. Oh, I just did this business and 5 people joined. It was a silver business. And I said, I still like it. I'm going to keep going. 6 people joined me in 6 months. I'm going to keep going. I'm getting free silver now a month. I thought I had made it. I was like, I'm getting 4 ounces of free silver a month. Woo! I'm good. And I just kept going. Next thing you know, Ricardo Hamilton hits me up. Yo, Mike, where are you getting your silver from? A company I was with, you know, they're having some problems, but I see you got some silver here. Next thing you know, Cedric Harris is here. So it's like, you just keep going, guys. You literally never know, like Ricardo said, of like the person knows the person knows the person knows the person. And when I first saw Caujuan Mayo, it never entered my mind of like, that one day I'm going to hang out with this guy, you know, on a resort in Punta Cana. I'm going to hang out with this guy in Vegas and play slots and play blackjack and, you know, poker and stuff. But yet here I am doing it because I changed my mindset. So guys, we could probably go on for another hour, but I know, you know, we have things to do. So Ricardo, go ahead and just, again, inspire the people, and then we'll get Caujuan's last word.
Yeah, I mean, so, you know, one thing about this industry and this time that we're in now is that a lot of people think they have an option. You know, the global economy has changed forever. A lot of people, you know, the skills that you think you need, that you have, you don't need them anymore. AI, robotics, technology, you know what I mean? It's important that, you know, you start to think outside the box and start to do something different. It doesn't matter if you're having success right now. You have to know that you're in the right space, given the environment that we're in. And when it comes down to your options, you just have to look at, well, what are you going to do? You know, what are your options out there? And what's the easiest thing to start? What's the most effective thing to start? But, you know, this is what I love about what we do, is because we deal with assets. You know what I mean? So in that process of building your business, networking, you know, becoming successful, we're accumulating wealth, you know, and so we're still hedging against the financial crisis while you're still working your job. You still, you know, we talk about multiple streams of income. Now, don't get it wrong. Of course, we're not here bashing your job. Use your job to finance your freedom. We all make money, even if you work a job, but you're just not applying your funds properly. You're not accumulating assets. You're not branding yourself. You're not slowly, transitioning. And you have to grow. You have to continue to grow. So just always, think outside the box. And that's one of the great things that Caujuan does. He thinks and tries to serve the industry. He doesn't try to get stuck in one category. So when he set up the way, look, I know people in this industry, what you need, and during the gold rush, the one who made the money was the guy who sold all the picks and shovels. Caujuan is like, I'm gonna sell the picks and shovels, and I'm gonna clean up. I'm gonna still make money, go looking for gold too, but I'm gonna go sell the picks and shovels. You need some branding? We got you. You need the site? We got you. You know what I mean? And then also, I'm gonna sell you some assets too. And so that's the same mindset. Caujuan ain't no different. The same way Caujuan said, I see people upstage say, if they can do it, I can do it. Caujuan ain't no different from me, you, and I ain't no different from you and anybody else. Anything you see we do, you can duplicate it. You got an audience, you got a market. Like Caujuan says, billions of people on social media, billions of people in the world. Like, listen, it's enough room out here for everybody to eat. You know what I mean? And you're going to have to learn some things along the way, like, the company you're dealing with, the owners, the product, how you do your marketing, how you do your branding. You're going to go through that process, and you can speed up your success when you're following the right people, because they're going to let you know certain things that you do and don't do, so you don't have to go through it. And, that's one of the beautiful things about, being connected with leaders like Caujuan and Cedric, who have been successful for quite some time and can kind of give you the tidbits on like, oh yeah, this comp plan or this company or these CEOs or, this and that. So, no, that's, one of the things we really love about this space is networking, you know what I mean? And like Caujuan said, certain people at certain times, it becomes a family. It's people that you have a respect for, because their character, how they do things, how they move, and you can respect that. You see that light inside of them, that light reflects inside of you, and you both are brightening up each other and everybody else.
Let's go. Love it, Ricardo. Definitely making it make sense. So Caujuan, kind of close us out here. Give us your last statement when it comes to why network marketing, and how people can start to dream bigger.
All right, so a couple of things. First, tap into your market. Everyone has a market. So even when we say that, like, oh, you got to get like-minded people, it's a little misleading. You know why? Because I don't know, nobody don't want more money. Nobody.
Right.
Even a rich person wants more money.
Yeah.
Think about it. They never get enough. They got $1 billion,
more money.
they need $2 billion. So due to that fact, everybody's your target market. It's just all about how you present things now. So now you guys say, okay, I got a marketplace site, right? Perfect. So every single person, like, you might say, all right, but I just like to skateboard. I mean, you know a whole bunch of skateboarders. You think the skateboarders don't want to make money? Oh man, I just like to, I go to hookah on the weekends. Okay, you don't think all other people in the hookah want to make some money too? You don't think they like to find a way to have more time with the family, be able to, work from home versus having to, trade hours for dollars in the streets? Like I said, we ain't taking nothing away from you, but most people do that because they have to do it, not because they want to do it. There's a difference. You might like what you do, but if you had the option to do what you do or not, most of us would opt out. If you hit the lottery now for 100 million, you're not going to work tomorrow. Right. You know what I mean? Most of us, unless you own it. And even then, you're probably going to sell it. Like, oh, I'm done. Like, this is good. The other thing I recommend, start writing down your dreams, man. Start writing down your goals.
Vision board.
See what I'm saying?
Uh-oh.
Start writing down.
Bringing it out. He's showing you the secret sauce right now.
You know what I mean? I write everything down. Everything I want to accomplish in life, I'm writing it down. You know what I mean? I'm writing.
This is mad game right here, guys.
Do you see? I cross it out once I accomplish what I'm trying to accomplish. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to see it to believe it, right? And you got to make it real. So what happens is, when you start writing all these things down on some place, now if you can't got a big old board, you go get you a sticky. You can go get some yellow notes. You can go get you a notepad, but make sure that you always got this in your face. Cause look, I'm getting comfortable. I said I was gonna get me that dream car by the end of the year. It's getting close. I'm down to the last 6 months. I look up, I see that yellow sticky sitting in my face saying you're gonna get a car this year. Damn, okay, you're right. I went downstairs. I went to go brush my teeth. I look up, it's on the mirror again. I put another sticky note there. It says, I'm gonna reach my goals this year. Then and you just keep doing this with yourself. I'm gonna tell you guys something. Every single thing that I've ever accomplished, making 6 figures, making $1 million in one of my companies, becoming successful, was all written down on that board or a board like it beforehand. And you know what? Everything's not going to happen when you want it to happen. Some things are not going to come true. Doesn't matter, because then it gives you something to strive for. Like, you know what? I put 10 things down on that board. 8 of them I did accomplish, but two I didn't, So I got to get those done the next year or the next 6 months. And it's sitting there staring you in your face, So the first year I said, I want to make $1 million. I didn't make it. So, and still I made it like this. So now my goal is, I need to make it like this, like right now, like this year is in the bank, not, oh, you made it within 5 years, It's a difference. And I'm not the misleading type. So if I say $1 million, I want $1 million in cash, I could pull it out liquid. You know what I mean? So that's a big difference to me. So I wrote that down. Boom, you need $1 million cash. You need to be able to pull $1 million out the bank and still got money in the bank afterwards. You see what I'm saying? It's a big difference. A lot of people say, oh, 6, 7 figure, but they ain't got it liquid. They got it tied up in this. They got it tied up in real estate. They got it how many people can just pull $1 million out the bank, cash, boom, and it don't hurt nothing? Okay, it's a big difference. Not living above your means. I mean, you pull it out, it don't affect nothing. Even when I buy things like this, $20,000. If I spend $20,000 on a chain, you best believe I already put away $60,000, $70,000, $100,000. So the 20 ain't nothing. And I'm making sure that I make enough that, okay, if I spend 20 this month, then I'm making that 20 next month. See what I'm saying? So now it's not a liability. Okay. So yeah, you can buy the things you want. You can have fun. You can buy your toys, but that's what they are. Toys. Your mother would never buy toys over paying the rent. Your mother, when you was coming up, would never give you toys over paying the bills. The bills come first. Leftover money went to what? Toys. You got G.I. Joes and Transformers from leftover money. You didn't get no Cabbage Patch Kid doll over paying the rent. That ain't happy. You know what I mean? So you got to do the same thing as an adult. You can buy your toys, get what you want, but they should be taken the same way. Whereas, no, I put away way more than what I'm spending, okay? So that when things do go down, then you still up. So stay consistent, okay? Build yourself, build your brand, okay? And don't fall off track, man. That's what happens a lot of times too. How many times have you fallen and got back up? You did what you were supposed to do, and then you quit on yourself. And every time you quit, you got to start back from the bottom. That's why you don't want to be quitting. You was doing this, you was getting silver, you was stacking, you let all your points go. Got discouraged. Now what? You gonna start from the bottom, 1 point at a time again? That's crazy. You could have stayed active, and 1 point returned to 2 points, 2 points returned to 100, 100 returned to 1,000. One day you got 100,000 points, and then all of a sudden it kicks in. And guess what? You know what you was telling yourself? Got all these points in this leg, nothing in the other leg. So waste of time. I'm tired of it. I'm done. Not knowing that next year everything was gonna kick in for you, and was build one side, because this side was taken care of for the whole year, because this side you just kept on building, and you wasn't getting nothing from it. But guess what? Now it's clear selling, because a year later you market better, you talk better, you walk better, you got credibility. People that was doing this have been watching you all year, like, oh my God, he's been consistent. And now they coming off the man, and now they're ready to join with you. And now if they join it with you, you're like, okay, I got a whole side for you. Because this side got a bunch of points. I don't need nothing on this side. This guy got 100,000 points over there. So now you can just run this up. And now guess what you just did? Now you got a power leg. Now you're running everything down one. Everybody's happy. Oh my God, I'm getting all this spin off. I'm getting all this points. Yeah, boy. It took you time to get there. You know what I'm saying? It's time. And think about it. Anything worth having is not going to happen overnight. That's why they play. Oh man, top person is. Oh man, walk the stage. Oh man, you see me, Mike? You know why? Because it's not easy. And it's not something that everybody can just accomplish. You know what I'm saying? Without putting in work. You gotta be willing to do what others aren't willing to do. I'm up every single day at 4 o'clock, but yeah, still look where I'm still at. And it's like 8 o'clock right now. So I'm still here. My wife already asked me, am I ready to eat? See it right there. Oh, I'll be done. I'll be down there when we're done. Put it in the microwave. That's the type of marketer I am. Not no, gotta go, guys. Go ahead, wrap it up. Gotta get nah, it's okay. You can talk about sleep. Oh, I'm so tired. What am I going about? I can't get up there. I can sleep when I'm dead. What the hell am I getting? Oh, nothing comes to a sleeper but a dream. So you're going to get some more. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Is that real? I don't need that. I'd rather see some real money. So when I'm getting up early, y'all still sleeping, guess what? I got one post up on you already. I got one a video up on YouTube up on you already. You know what I mean? You already put up first post. I already put up my second and third post. You know what I mean? Hey, check this out. Give us a new opportunity. You know you're going to promote tomorrow. I'm going to promote tomorrow. The only difference is I got up at 4 o'clock. Now, 4 o'clock for me, I'm on the West Coast. So that's where you at, 7 o'clock?
Yep.
On the East Coast, people are up already. I beat you because you're on the West Coast sleeping. Now that I beat you, I put up the same league you're going to put. Now, let me teach you something else about network marketing. It's a big niche, but a small circle. That's why we see the same people. Oh, what you over there, Mark? Oh, you over there too? What you doing over there, Cedric? Yeah, because it's a small circle. So if you mess around and sleep, you lose. So what's going to happen is I'm going to get up at 4, throw my post up. Perfect. Already have 50 people up there and they're saying info by the time you wake up. You're going to be pissed off saying, I was going to put the same thing up. And look, oh, man, a couple of people, my people, man. Oh, yeah, it's going to happen. That's exactly what's going to happen. So the more that you can do what other people aren't willing to, I love when people want to be lazy. I love when people don't want to do the tools that I give them. Like, yo, these are tools. You know what I mean? So now you have yourself to blame when you don't be successful. And I'm going to just ride it to the stratosphere. I say sky's the limit. That's a long way up. So at the end of the day, if you have this type of mindset, if you have this type of passion, because people can also sense passion. So when you talk like this person, do you keep your options open? No, not for you. No. I mean, that'd be somebody compliment. Would you out there date? Would you ever get a girl like that? Oh, would you have to go on a date with me? No. You got to come in there like the Fonz. The Fonz had other girls. Hey, what's happening? Boom. You coming or what? No. That's what's going to get it. So when you're marketing like that, hey, look, I got a great opportunity. It's either for you or not, but let me know because I already got a lot of other people I need to talk to. So let me know if it's for you or not. That's going to be a lot better than you begging in someone's inbox. Trust and believe. Trust and believe. It's going to be better. You coming across with confidence. You're coming across like you don't need them. You're coming across like 1 month, you don't stop no show. And it's going to actually attract more people to you. Because one thing, people are not afraid to spend. And I'm just going to end it with this. Because we are oxymorons. And I'll tell you why. Because we love to buy, but hate to be sold. So the more that you make people believe it was their idea, they'll buy anything. Think about it. People get paid on Friday, that money going by Monday most of the time. So it ain't the fact that they don't want to buy, they just don't want to be sold. How many times have you went to a lot to buy a car? You said, look, man, I'm buying a car today. I need a car. You go to the lot to put the salesman just a little push. Hey, man, would you like to see that? Hey, man, would you like to see this? Hey, man, take it down. This. You look good in that one. And you actually get turned off. Why you get turned off? He's giving you what you want. But if they would have let you just go in the lot yourself and say, hey, pick what you like. Call me if you need me. You end up buying a car from that lot. See what I'm saying? You got to feel like it was our idea. So when you make people feel like, hey, I just want to show you something. You want a trick? Say this. Hey, Ricardo, check it out, man. I respect you. I know you guys been killing it and all these opportunities you got. I came across something and I just want to make sure that I'm making the right move. I respect your opinion. Can you take a look at it? Let me know what you think. I ain't say nothing about telling him nothing. I ain't say nothing about him buying nothing. I stroked his ego because now he's saying, oh, you value my opinion? You know what I'm saying? It's almost like he's thinking perception, remember, wording. He thinks he's just looking at it for me. I just got involved. So I just want to make sure that I did the right thing. People love giving you their opinion, right? So he's like, oh, yeah, I'll look. He's probably ready to shoot it down and all that shit and tell you how you dumb for getting something, right? Most people, right? So they're going to be ready to start critiquing. Who's to say once he do that, something will resonate? Wow, I like this. Damn, okay, wait a minute.
And you doing this? Caujuan, you doing this? Can I? And I can be like, you just started this.
You see,
and I can get in with you at the beginning?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm saying, so guys, it just takes a bunch of income generating things all day, every day. Stay consistent, keep doing it. It don't matter when people get tired of so what. And you know what? Stop being so scary. Like people act like somebody gonna jump across the screen and strangle you. You know what I mean? You want to join my business? No. Like, relax, man. The worst thing they can do is say no.
No one has attacked me ever.
Ever. The worst thing is to say I'm not interested. And guess what? I want you to hurry up and say no so I can hurry up and get to my next yes. So please hurry up and tell me no. Thank you. Peace and blessings. I wish you well in what you're doing. Maybe we can do something like that. Plus, maybe this don't resonate with the who says this right here won't in 6 months or a year. Or maybe right here they was balling. All of a sudden COVID hit and they need a job. And they hit you. Hey, man, you still doing that network marketing thing, online work from home thing? Yep, sure I am. It happens all the time. So, as you see, I'm super passionate. I can go on and on, guys. We'll be here all day. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and pass back.
Woo!
Go love.
Wow, guys. Unbelievable. Clip that last section, Caujuan. Man, I just can't thank you enough again. And again, guys, like Ricardo talks about, it's a passive impact. Caujuan didn't know who I was, but he was teaching me. Caujuan didn't know who I was, but now he has inspired me and helped me along with my journey to freedom. Same thing with Ricardo. So you never know who you're helping. You never know who you're helping to become free, to make money, to live a better life, to spend more time with their family, to travel more. That's why I love network marketing. So no matter where you come from, no matter your skin color, no matter your religion, no matter how much money you have, this is a better way. Is it easy? No. You're going to have to put in work. You're going to have to help people. But again, that's what all three of us love doing. And we surround ourselves with people that want to win and want to help people and change the entire world. So, Caujuan, are you going to be out in, I don't know if you will be. Ricardo and I are going to be in New Orleans this weekend. You coming out?
I'm not going to make it, brother.
No, you got too much going on.
Too much going on.
You're making those boss moves.
Yep, got too much going on. But I'll definitely be catching. I already know we got a lot of other things going on, and we in some things together as well. And right. I mean, that's just the nature of network marketing. We're going to be in something. We're going to be in some building again. We're going to be at some other event because that's what it's about. And that's how you grow your network. And to piggyback when he say, network marketing is the only thing I know where it don't matter whether you from jail or Yale, you can still prevail.
Woo!
Right. That's it.
All right, so Ricardo and I will be in New Orleans this weekend touring the beverage bottling industry. We get paid on daily. Caujuan, you are the man. Thank you so much for coming on. Everyone is in the chat just going crazy of how inspirational this was. That's what we love on the Runners Live. We'll be live a lot this week, but we probably won't see you guys till next week, probably Monday or Tuesday on the official Runners Live, but we'll be going live, putting out lots of information. Ricardo, are we good? Any last words?
Lace up. Let's get wealthy. Peace.
On my cash stack, high yields on stable coins, yeah, that's where my bag at. All I really need is Wi-Fi, get money on DeFi, mega cash on MetaMask. You better run when the runners run, show you how to get your money up. Dollar inflated like bubble gum, markets are jumping like double dutch. Buying up gold till I get a ton, crypto, yeah, I got some. You better run when the runners run.